Uh,
Look at that.
you're
We're
up
gonna,
and running.
we're doing the darn thing. We're gonna share our
Just think you don't have to worry about next Monday.
Yes, that's right. Although I think last year she actually ended up posting it anyways.
Okay.
Jennifer's an overachiever. We know that. There's Allison. All right. It's so funny because Jennifer and I were on the phone while I was putting these numbers in because she wanted to make sure I remembered how to do it correctly. And I was like, active listings, 1,626. And she's on the phone driving, going, ooh, oh, every time. The phone's ringing. Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself so we don't have this in the background.
Yeah, that's true. That tossed around. Perfect. Right.
Well, at least she called before we really got into these numbers. Okay. I'm the front desk today. Call me Bianca. I'm coming for her job. I'm just kidding. Come on, here comes Lauren. We're getting a late start today. We'll edit this. Hold on, I'm gonna wait for Lauren down. Those are loud chairs, you know what I mean? All right, super cool. So this week, look how weird it's not clicking in the right spot. Isn't that funny? So this week, total active listings right now is 1,626. And we are up from last week, almost a little over 100. The current average is 1,700, so we're down from the current average, but we are up year over year from 2022. See, I'm better at reading this already from last week versus this week. See, my numbers were down last week, I'm up this week, we're all over the place. So we're down from the current average, but we are up from last year and we are up from last week. Listings in the last 7 days, 279, which is also up from last week. It's up 2% from the current average and it's up year over year. So like everyone's talking about how bad the market is. Well, we're up. Pendings in the last 7 days also went up 41, which is super funny. We like didn't do, I laughed when I saw the 0%. I was like, 0% year over year. Like we didn't change it all. Look at that. 341 to 342. But we are more pendings than last week and the current average. Sold to the highest bidder in the last 7 days is also up from last week, which again, if we go back 4 to 6 weeks ago, we'll see what went pending and it was probably high. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look, 5 weeks ago, look how high they were. They were up to 322. And now we're looking at solds and we're up. That's how we can follow that math. And so we're up from last week, we're up from the current average, and we're up from last year. It's been a busy 7 days. Average days on market, this week is 39 days, which is down. We've been hanging, look at these, hanging out in the 40s, 60s, and we started to come down to the 50s, 40s, and here we are at 39. So it's been some time since we were in the 3s. Look. Look at that. Oh, I hate when it does that. It's because I'm sharing my screen. It gets wonky. But average days on market going down. Last year we were at 34, so like we're, you know, getting competitive here. Average price 322,632. I did not dig in to see if there were any big $1 million listings that sold or anything like that. I know typically for Pittsburgh, we're like in the mid to upper 2s, but we've been really hanging out in these 3s for a while. You can see, right, we're up from the average and we're up from last year. Number of price reductions. 458. That's over 100 more than we had last week. It's significantly more than we had last year. Look at that. We had 165 last year and we have 458 this year, same week. That just goes to talk about the mindset. And I think, you know, we have to talk as agents a lot about having these conversations with our sellers, that we are in a market. It's a different market. And I think here, right, we probably saw a lot of sellers just sitting and waiting for the price that they wanted, and they could do that. Whereas now we're seeing a lot more have to reduce. Because if you look too, we're still selling really high, 99.88%, but last year we were over 100%, which makes sense, right? So people were getting more than their list, so there were only a few reductions, whereas now we are below, not far below, but we are below list price. Number of expireds, not a significant jump. We had 149 in right now. There were 142 last week. The average is 86, and last year, look at this, 43 expired. So things were just moving, you know, 34 days, just a little bit quicker. Number of agents, we went down one agent from last week. And I know when I've logged into the MLS a lot this week, I always had notifications about new brokers and new appraisers and new inspectors and all kinds of people popping in. I wish we could be able to see a net who we've lost versus who we've gained, but we can't. And I had to find a new link. The one Jennifer had wasn't working, which is why we didn't have it last week. And the interest rate this week, it was pulled on Sunday. So that was yesterday, 7.25, which is not much from our average. And look, only 0.1% above where we were last year. So everything that's moving, we're so similar to where we were last year. So not crazy different numbers, but we are up almost everything from last week in active listings, pended, sold. So it's moving and shaking out there, everybody. Are you guys feeling that? Are you feeling things moving?
Yes, definitely picking up from over the winter.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
moving and grooving.
Moving and shaking. For sure. I mean, I just personally have not, you know, paid a lot of attention to my sales business because I've been kind of hanging out in this role. And maybe almost 2 months ago, I was like, yeah, I need to close some things because I haven't closed anything. And I currently have like 4 or 5 things under contract. So like things are just moving
No
if
big deal.
we're intentional about it. Just be intentional. That's all. I was like, I'm going to close some things. And here we go. We're closing some things. I have listing agents to fight with. Appraisers to yell at, inspectors to throat punch. It's fine. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to be cautious. This is recorded. I'm just kidding. I don't do any of those things. Any comments, questions, concerns, thoughts? Thank y'all for being here. Hey, tomorrow, shameless plug, 11 o'clock, Bakery Square at the Experience Center. The RAMP attorney, Bradley Dornish, is going to be talking about how the lawsuit settlements are affecting us specifically in Western PA, as we are a privately owned MLS, and what it means for us if we're going to buy into that lawsuit, what he thinks is trending that way, as well as companies that are also not protected under the lawsuit settlement, which currently is Howard Hanna, and kind of where he sees things going. This is the first time at a large scale he is doing this. And so if you aren't there, you're legit missing out on what the future of your business is going to be. So if you can make it, be there. 11. Bakery Square.
Question, where is the Experience Center in Bakery Square?
That's such a good question, Alex. And I'm going to drive by Bakery Square today to try to navigate that, and I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had an Experience Center, so just wondering.
So when you pull into the main entrance, if the restaurant City Kitchen is on your left, I believe it's going to be on your right, like
Yeah, like near the gym hotel-ish part.
over on that side. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank
But
you.
I'll get specific. But if you all can be there, you should be there because it'll be great.
I'll be there if I can find it.
Yeah, also me too. And there's about 20 some agents from other companies that are coming. So like we can't be underrepresented. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right, y'all. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Have a great week.
You too.
You. Bye.
Bye.